Hey Ryan, just wanted to do a quick video for you to walk you through some of the components that I really make sure are on again, this is a main website, this is your practice homepage, this is not a squeeze page or a funnel or anything like that. And this is what I've had the most success with. So if you're looking at your homepage, and I notice you put a couple of things in here that I'll just touch on from my perspective, is one is the SEO being first and the conversion being second. To me, they're equally as important. And so I'll show you what I do and the reason why. Because most people, when they come to your main practice website, they found you somehow. You're probably not driving them there for paid ads or anything else. So this could even be a referral. This is someone said, hey, someone says they have neck pain, and someone's like, oh, you should go see Dr. Sue. And so what do? They're like, oh, I don't have his number, Google him. So they Google your name, they end up on your website. What do they see there? All right, so and this is a person generally that is kind of already decided that they're looking for you, they're looking for a chiropractor. It's not like you have to convince them on that. What you have to do is convince them that you're the right one. So having good social proof on there, having good things obviously for Google is important for the SEO. So it's different than a squeeze page and a funnel. So I'll just walk you through some of the components I put on there. Now here is, obviously you're going to end up having your top part above your tabs, and this can be your tabs in here. And again, above the fold, which is down here at the bottom, is your premium real estate. So here's some of the tabs I have on there. So I have a home tab. I will put on an About tab, and I'll talk about these in a second for better SEO. You've got your testimonials, you've got conditions, and then that can be a drop down, with other conditions for each of those pages, and then a contact us page. Now here's what's great is a lot of times someone will take this home tab and they'll just name the page home, or it will be just your website. It's your main URL. But what you can do is you can actually set any page to be the home page. So you could actually have your URL / city chiropractor. But you can still call this tab home, so it shows up as home. So now you've optimized that page for that keyword. Same thing here with this second one, About. You can use that to optimize for your name, because again, people, when they hear your name, get referred to you, see any of your marketing, they will often Google your name. So you can put in there, again, it will be your main URL / and instead of just putting About Us, put Dr. Ryan Sue Chiropractor, something along those lines. And so you've optimized that page for your name and for chiropractor. Now again, testimonials, you can do the page main domain, you get your / and then you can say your town chiropractor reviews. You can actually title that page. So now you have the SEO for that. Same thing here with those conditions. I think you get the gist of it. This contact us, a good one to put is your domain, and then the page can be again for your town chiropractor, contact your town chiropractor. You see how that works? So those are just some really key tabs and how you can optimize those pages for the SEO on there. All right, so I'm going to clear out that. That's what I do. Again, you've got your main part over here. I take up the whole page. I don't do any sidebar on my home pages because again, the thing that I want them to be there for is to actually, the call to action should be to pick up the phone and call. You want them to actually come in at this point. You don't want them opting in for things or anything else. So you've got your main stuff up here. The next thing I do, this is kind of normally where you'd talked about a slider. What's converted best for us is in this position to have a compilation of clips of testimonials. So if you have a video testimonial, you can chop it down into like 10 or 15 seconds of a patient where they say what they had when they came in and how they feel now. Just chop out those two parts, and that's like 10 or 15 seconds. Then you go to the next patient where it says what they had, what they came in for. And you compile like 3 or 4 of those so that you have about 60 seconds. That's your social proof. You don't have to convince your new visitor how great you are, because those patients just did it for you. All right, make sure you don't have this autoplay. Google does not like autoplay. They like people to make their own choices. So that's what you're going to do with the video. Then on this side, the rest of this is your call to action. Call to action on your homepage, again, for me, should be pick up the phone and call. This is someone that's not going through a funnel. So you put your call to action. It doesn't have to be giving away the farm. If you just have a first visit that's XYZ, then fine, that's what it is. So you have your call to action, always making sure that you have your phone number. And again, that should be a click to call. So if they're on mobile, which a lot of visitors are, they are able to just touch it and it'll call. I always like to have office hours and click here for directions in this complete call to action box. All right, so really important there. Then as you go down, now is where you start putting some content. You can have about 500 words with your main keywords and a couple of your secondary. Don't stuff them in there. Make them readable as well, you know, like a real person wrote it and wants to read it. You can also, let's see up here, you can have your social media buttons. Again, position's not always a huge thing on some of these things, but social media buttons, you can have your social media buttons down at the bottom. One thing that you want to really make sure, again, because Google revolves around the citation, is down at the bottom as well. You will have your citation, which is your practice name, exactly like it is on your Google My Business page. Practice name, address, and phone number, exactly the way it looks on that page. And use something called an H card on there. I don't know what it is, I just know it has to be there, and my team puts it on them. All right, so make sure you get the H card in there. And really, that's the major components of a homepage. You can add additional things, but these, for me, are the highest use of space above the fold and the highest converting. And again, with those tabs, you can optimize those pages. So that's just the home page. Then you can do a lot of other things with individual pages from there. So hopefully this helps, and let me know if you got questions.